Now I had trucker Chris ask me about work diaries, and this is what we're going to fill out. If you can see this, this has got a cover on it, National Driver Work Diary. This is what we fill out, so we don't have tachographs and we don't have electronic logbooks. So this is what we've got to fill out. So you've got to put down your location, your speedo reading. Sorry about the noise. There's also cameras along the roads that monitor when your truck goes through. I'll show you those as we go. Now these covers, very expensive leather covers, cost me about $70, $75. So I only get one in a lifetime. It's lasted about 4 years or longer, probably 7 years. So you don't want to get one of those every day. You don't want to lose it because you can't get them anymore anyway. You've got to order them online. Just heading out of the service centre after getting something to eat. I'm going to head towards Sydney. Change gears. I've never done that before. While we're going, I'll explain to you why I left the other job. There was nothing bad that the other company had done. You would have seen who I work for, which is one of the largest, or is the largest privately owned company in Australia. They paid really well. They had their faults like every transport company. I got offered this job about 6 or 7 months ago. And I went for a talk to them, and they actually offered me the job, but the timing wasn't right. So I had to, so I stayed at the other job until after Christmas, and this come up again. Now I knew about this job because someone I used to work with at another company, they kept in contact. So the time was right. It's closer to home. It used to take me about an hour and 15 minutes just to get to work at the other job. This one's about 35. I do leave later. This is a Sunday, that's why it's still daytime. So I do leave later, sometimes 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock. It's just depot work, and I have done a delivery, and I have picked up trailers on the other south side of Melbourne. I go from Melbourne to Sydney, so I only use the car every 2 days, so I'm saving on fuel, which is probably about half of what I used to spend before. Less wear and tear on the car as well. And another big thing that sort of made up my mind is they can, you're allowed to take passengers. So I bring my wife Linda with me now. Now you won't see Linda, you'll probably hear her in the background because she's a little shy, but you will hear her, especially when we get in traffic. I happen to be filming when I'm in the traffic. She's often abusing car drivers. So that's why I left. It is less money. It's probably $120 a week less than what I was earning before. I get my own truck, so I'm not in a different truck every day. Trucks are well looked after, trailers are well looked after. And I'm left alone. I don't hear from the boss. In fact, I haven't seen him for about a week. If I happen to come back and he happens to be in the yard, I'll see him. He just contacts me if there's any problems. So far there hasn't been any. Or if I have to pick up from somewhere else. So there's a lot of good reasons for me to move at the time I did. As I was just talking about the logbook before, there's a camera coming up. Now there's no, they call them safety cameras. Now there hasn't been any in Victoria. And these cameras, I'll try and adjust this a little so it's up a little bit further. You'll see these cameras as we come up, and they're just recently put in about 3 months ago. And we believe that, talking to other drivers, that maybe these are safety cameras. And what they do is they take a photo of the truck as it goes past, and it records the registration number, and that can be checked up later on. New South Wales, good cameras all the way through New South Wales. And when you get stopped at a weighbridge, they can get on their computers and check out what time you went through those cameras and match it up with your work diary to make sure you haven't done any lies, and where you should be at that time, and whether you've had your breaks, you haven't gone too fast between the cameras. So they are a certain amount of time, they give you a certain amount of time to get through them. So we go up to Sydney twice one week, 3 times the next. So we leave on a Sunday, we have Friday, Saturday off one week, and Saturday, Sunday off the following. So we only do 5 days. Sleep in the truck when we get to Sydney. As I've shown before, it is air conditioned. Those air conditioning's a little bit better if you're staying up for a long time, whereas usually up there in Sydney for 16 hours, so if it's hot. The battery operated ones, they usually only last about 8 hours. You've got to recharge the batteries. These ones are run as long as the fuel tanks are full. Just going to go around this car. This car's from New South Wales, and when you actually just get your licence, you can only do 90.
No, 80 on the
No, 80.
red.
Could be 80. I'm not sure. I think it's 80 or 90, so I'll go around that because it's going a bit slow. Now this is the cameras I was talking about before. Don't know if you can see them there. There's the recent addition. So they might be trialling them out, and they work out alright. They'll probably put them everywhere. South Australia's the same. They've got cameras as well. Not in everywhere, but on the major highway between Melbourne and Adelaide. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll show you there's a weighbridge up here which you've seen before. That's the Broadford Weighbridge in Victoria. Sometimes it's open on a Sunday. So hopefully it won't won't be, and we'll get through it. Because it's not that it's a problem, but we just sort of delays you a little bit. So I'll leave it at that, and show you the, will be dark, but I'll see if I can show you the New South Wales cameras as we go through them.